Now that Handel had composed water music, he was officially reconciled to the king, and he was also the musical map. People knew him as the composer that composed for that evening where King George I was sailing down the River Thames. So it was a pretty big deal. Now in the year 1723, he decided to move into 23 Brook Street, which is actually now a museum, and even more interesting enough, it is, I guess, 2 blocks down from where Jimi Hendrix, one of the most famous and iconic virtuoso guitarists of all time, would end up living. But this is obviously hundreds of years later, because 1723 is very far away from 1960. So Jimi Hendrix would end up living just 2 blocks down from him. And if you go there today, you'll see the Handel and Hendrix Museum to commemorate 2 very great musicians, but from very different eras. So in the year 1727, Handel was appointed to compose music for a new king. This is not King George I anymore, but now King George II. And so he was supposed to compose the music for his coronation. And so he gained inspiration for his next piece when Solomon was going to be anointed king of Israel by Zadok the Priest. Let's read that passage, 1 Kings 38-40. It says, "So Zadok the priest, Nathan the prophet, Benaiah son of Jehoiada, the Kerethites, the Pelehites went down and put Solomon on King David's mule and escorted him to Gihon. Zadok the priest took the horn of oil from the sacred tent and anointed Solomon. Then they sounded the trumpet and all the people shouted, 'Long live King Solomon.'" So Zadok the priest anointed King Solomon. Handel found inspiration from that particular event, and so he composed a piece that has been used year after year for every single British coronation. And this piece is called Zadok the Priest. Have a listen.